when we got married, you were 22 years old. And I kind of knew that you may have a change. I just didn't know it was going to be drastic.
Namdi is a gift to my everything. Because come on, man. That made you feel good?
Yeah, girl. Don't telling all that type of stuff on this camera like that. It's these seasons, because you went through that 25, and I feel like you're going through it now. And when I speak to men that have been married for decades now, they say that the woman is ever changing. Well, for guys, we change. I think we grow, we mature in certain ways, but it's not like a crazy leap. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a crazy leap, and that's what I feel like every 3 to 5 years I can get with you. And it's good though. It's just that you have to do certain things to keep up. So I want to make sure that you keep up. And so here's some tips for men to make sure that you stay up on your wife's ever-changing self, because it will happen.
No way that you're saying this.
This is an Iwegbus production.
Period. Okay, y'all, so I ended up running past this video of KevOnStage, and I thought it was something super interesting to talk about when it comes to being able to love multiple people.
What did you learn from your first heartbreak?
You know, I've never really had heartbreak. I started dating my wife at 16, and I've never truly loved another woman romantically. So I've never really had heartbreak, but I've learned a lot about loving the same woman. And that is that you must be willing to love them as they change. Because the 16-year-old version of Melissa isn't the same as the 20-year-old with no kids, or the 25-year-old mother of 2 kids, or the 30-year-old or 35 or 40. You know, every version of that person has changed. And I think I've learned to love her as she changes, and she's loving me as I change. And that's probably the thing I've learned the most.
And what advice did you give to those who are looking to get married?
I think a lot of times we fall for the Hollywood version of love. Expecting to navigate a relationship without any sort of friction means one or both of you is not being truthful and honest. Every day is not going to be a great day, but that doesn't mean the relationship isn't good.
Y'all probably was like, love multiple people. One person can be multiple people.
For real. And so
you've had experience.
Yes, I've definitely experienced this. So when we got married, you were 22 years old at that time. And I kind of knew that you may have a change. I just didn't know it was going to be
drastic.
Drastic.
It was drastic?
It seemed like it. So when you're married and your wife is doing these changes, because you went through a change at 25.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember one of my homies trying to tell me, like, he's like, hey, man, her brain hasn't fully developed. And I don't know why I didn't know that at that time. I just didn't pay attention to school. I wasn't very big at school at all. And he said that. I was like, really? And so at 25, you had this change in you, and it threw me off. I didn't know, was your hormones? I was like, hold on. Maybe he really was telling the truth, because this ain't the same. What do you want to do now? Who are you now? Hold on. What's going on here? So it's these seasons, because you went through that 25, and I feel like you're going through it.
Oh my gosh.
Now.
Baby, yes.
Yeah.
I'm about to be 30.
Yeah, you're a different
I'm going to be 30
person.
next month.
And when I speak to men that have been married for decades now, they say this.
Yeah.
They say that the woman is ever changing. Well, for guys, we change. I think we grow, we mature in certain ways, but
you're like,
it's not like a
core
crazy leap. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a crazy leap. And that's what I feel like every 3 to 5 years I can get with you. And it's good though. It's good. It's just that you have to do certain things to keep up. And sometimes I've been guilty of not keeping up. So I want to make sure that you keep up. All right. And so here's some tips for men to make sure that you stay up on your wife's ever-changing self, because it will happen.
No way that you're saying this.
Right, because it will happen. I don't want y'all to be thrown off. If you're married right now, you may be going through one now. It's like, what? You like that now? You want to eat that now? You rather go to the museum rather than going to the park now? Like, what is going on now? You feel like God's giving you the gift of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different things that you're running into, and it's just like you're seeing this develop in front of you. It's all even with you. Like, one of the things is I didn't notice one of your gifts until probably here in the last year or two.
Yeah.
And you kind of gave me hints of it But for some reason, I'm just like, nah. Can I tell him the gift? Can I tell him your gift, babe? No, I can't tell him your gift.
No, because I just don't feel like dealing with the weight.
Oh, baby, don't worry about them. People gonna say what they say. Listen,
no, it's not even that. Like, people already be asking me to tell them their future.
Oh, so just don't DM her your questions. She gets very overwhelmed and overstimulated with a lot of different.
No, don't
tasks.
tell y'all. Okay, let me say this with grace. Namdi is a gift to my everything because he. Oh,
come on, man.
That made you feel good.
Yeah, girl. Don't tell all that type of stuff on this camera like that. Say that again. Like, we need to replay that. All right.
What I said.
Go ahead.
No,
you said I'm a gift to you. Go ahead.
I said that you are a gift to my everything.
Message.
So when I think of areas and it's just a gift, it's literally a blessing. When I think about the areas that I don't know how to do, or I just don't have the grace to do, you do. So when it comes to like talking to people and like coaching people through their problems and sitting while they cry and, being a shoulder to cry on.
I can do that all day.
You can do that all day. I am the sis. By next Thursday, if you don't have these 3 things done, I'm not about to keep talking to you about the same thing over and over and over and over and over. But that's also my gift too.
Yeah.
Because I put fire under people.
Yeah.
And we've had to learn that those were gifts.
The
What was I about
spiritual
to
gifts.
say?
Yeah, you were just
gifts.
talking. Can I tell them about your
right? So I just wanted to say, because
you
you was like, y'all don't inbox her. We're not saying that like y'all. I hate when y'all inbox me. I don't have as much. It's not my gift to have a whole bunch of like mercy in that capacity.
Mercy is a gift of mine. I have.
It's
a
literally
gift of
his spiritual gift. Mercy is literally his spiritual gift. But go ahead, babe.
Yeah, so
because I don't want them to think like that.
She has a gift of prophetic, and I used to think of the prophetic as you had to be like, "Who are you? What's your name?" I see that God is telling you it's
3 months.
Yeah, right now money's coming to you. There's a check. You don't even know where it's coming from the sender. Like, I thought it was more of that, but it also can be a gift of just the way he speaks to you. And for you, it's through your dreams. He would show you stuff, and you would tell me that you had a dream about certain things, and then some of those things would come true. It may not be specifically how it is.
Yeah.
But it'd be somewhere along the lines.
Yeah.
Or you'll tell me, hey, a season of this is about to happen. We about to make this switch, or this change is about to happen. And I I wouldn't listen to you for the longest. And then all of a sudden, like even here recently this year.
And I'm so glad you're saying this, y'all. So when we're talking about your woman ever changing, we have our gifts from the day that we're born. Some of them just don't develop until later. Yeah. So I've always had this gift. I just happened to start not doubting it and like stepping heavy in it the last like 2 years. Yeah. And so there's been times where I've told you like, baby, I told my friend this, and she was like, oh my God, I literally had a dream about that last night. Or I was on the phone with one of my friends and I'm like, I just randomly voice memoed her, and the Lord kept telling me, tell her to get up. And so I said, sis, I don't know why I need to tell you this, but you need to get up. Found out that she was stuck in her bed, depressed for 3 days. Yeah. She was like, oh my God, like you wouldn't have known that. So that's more so how the Father will speak to me, where he'll just give me a word and be like, you need to repent. Yeah. You need to forgive. You need to, whatever. So yes. So that was something difficult for you to maneuver through.
It was, because I'm like, hold on. I thought that if you're a prophet, you're supposed to let me. Okay, well, let me know what's going to happen next week.
Yeah, I was
let me know what's about to,
that's not how this works.
Tell me what happened. That's what I thought it was more of, because you see that sometimes in church where it's just like somebody they walk up to them and they tell them this is about to happen. And
that's the thing too.
Yeah, it is.
It's just not.
But that's just
not
not
my gift.
That's not your gift when it came to it. But your gift was. I feel like I really accepted it here in the last couple of years, which actually helped you to come out of that. So it's accepting your wife's changing.
Yeah.
That she's okay. I see this change. At first, I was a little scared of it. Like, man. Oh no! Not the one that I sleep next to every day, but
Can I ask you a question? This is a heavy question, though.
Oh gosh!
Do you think that you were like? Did it bother you as a man that God was giving me direction for our family?
Definitely, surely, because we're in the word. It says I'm the head, right? So I feel like I'm supposed to have the direction. I'm supposed to have all the provision, like. That don't come from you. You're not supposed to say, hey, God is showing me that this season we're not gonna be here. We're not gonna do this. She did that earlier this year. We're not gonna be at a certain place. We're not gonna be at a certain thing for long. I got mad, but I knew because I had just said to you, I was like, God's telling me that you really do have a prophetic gift, and I need to allow you to operate in it.
And that's how it happened because you accepted it.
Yeah, I accepted it.
Y'all, I was so
fearful. And then
fearful.
you told me I got something I need to tell you.
Yes, I was so fearful to tell you what the Lord told me.
Yes.
I was so afraid because I was like, Namdi is not going to. And I
should have been.
And
you should have been.
I told the Lord, I said, you know your son. He has not accepted this gift of mine. Yeah. And so when Namdi was like, I know that's your gift, I said, well, since this is my gift.
We had just left from hearing E.T. Dr. Eric Thomas came and gave a word. And I just said, man, I got to accept this. This is really what my wife does.
And it's a gift to you.
Yeah. And you told me what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't see it then either. I was just like, and stuff started happening. We look up months later. I'm like, you did it again. So anyway, accepting your wife's gifts, those ever-changing things. And here's some ways, men, to stay up on that. One of those is continue dating her. Man, you should be going out with her every week, if not every other week. All right? At least once a month. I say life is just lifing and it's busy and money ain't right and all of that. At the very least, you need to be going once a month on a date with her because you need to check in with her, man. You got, things are going on, running the kids to practice. You have plays and she's got her business going on and you just need time to reconnect. You will be surprised, babe, how many people they don't even date.
Oh, yeah.
They don't go for months.
The majority actually don't date.
Yeah, they don't date. And so I say when you go on these dates, be intentional about it, man. One of the things that we use is Gottman card decks. Gottman card decks is great because it helps you with some questions because you guys been together. You might, we've been together now 8 years, married 7. Sometimes you feel like I ran out of stuff to talk about in a way, or we might catch up on some certain things, but I need something to ask about. So they'll have questions like, where do you see us being in the next 5 years?
Yeah.
What's truly been troubling your heart lately?
No, for real.
Okay. What's your fantasy in intimacy? Like what type of fantasy that you have? What would you like me to do more of? What would you like me to do less of? Has all these different questions. There are resources out there to stay up on your woman so this change doesn't hit you just so abruptly. I say even create a no phone zone when you go out.
Baby.
Man.
They be on dates like this.
Put out that phone to do that picture on that food real quick. Okay, got that. And be like, in there, yes. Everything you dating for the gram, you doing it all for the gram, and y'all haven't did it for your marriage. Y'all haven't really sat there and said, no calls, nothing. I'm here. What's up with you? Yeah. I want to know you more. I want to laugh with you. I want to look in your eyes, man. I love dates with her. Like it's so fun. It's like we're just two kids out and just laughing and just having a good time. And then also, man, I believe that you want to create a quarterly check-in. I got this from a marriage boot camp, man, where they were talking about every few months I just check in with her. And I see how are you doing? Like, what can I get better at? Or what is it that you need in this season, man? Women have so many different seasons that they go through in their life. And sometimes it can be like, what in the heck? But that's when we not checking in. That's not when we not, we not inspecting
doing your due
what's
diligence.
going on in internally with our mate, man. And so that's a couple tips there. I hope that helps out some man there, within it, babe. Yeah. What you got to say about this situation?
Yeah, so I just want to jump right. Clip. Yeah, I just want, first of all, the clip is 1,000. Anybody that's married knows, the man knows that his wife has most likely changed. Shoot, some of them changed in the first 3 months. It's like, I thought I married this person and now who's this, Yeah. So we do change. So I just want to jump into, for women, just advice for y'all. Number one, women, have grace for your husbands. Most likely, they are learning different women within their marriage, and that is difficult. He is not a mind reader. He is not supposed to just go around and be like, okay, I feel like today that you like hot sauce instead of that on your eggs, so I'm gonna do that. You're like getting mad at him and angry at him about something you didn't share. Come on. So have grace on your man when he is seeming a little behind. Like I said, even as far as the prophetic gift, it was something that I kept to myself. Like some of our mentors and our pastor friends knew it about me. And Namdi knew that I was a dreamer.
Yeah, I knew you got, yeah.
But some of the like, Namdi, he's not good for us, or this friend is this, or like just certain things that I was saying to people like, you think everybody bad for us. I'm like, babe, I can only tell you what the Lord's sharing with me. But I had to graciously understand that this is a part of me you don't know. So I have to introduce her to you. Yeah. I have to let you know this is a new version or a version that maybe I've hidden. So number one, have grace. Have grace. Know that your man is not a mind reader. Know that he is not God. Know that he does not know your shifts unless you tell him. Moving on. Something that the Lord gave me this morning in prayer is root conversations. And that is having... So always having open and honest conversations about your shifts. So sitting down and saying, babe, you've been buying me this perfume and I appreciate it. And it's something that I've really liked. I'm not really into that type of scent anymore. I kind of like flowery, girly scents now. I used to like the spice, but now I'm liking this. Babe, I'm a nurse and this is something that you know me to strive for. I went to school for it. I really think I want to be home, like raise our children, stay home, start a garden. This is something that's on my mind. So before you come home and be like, this is who I'm going to be moving forward, gotta accept it. Like you can't because you are literally bringing a new woman to his life. So graciously introduce yourself to him and then have those root conversations like, hey, like even when it came to the prophetic, like, babe, I've been having dreams since I was like 10. I've been hearing God's voice since I was like 12. This is not new, but this is something that I want to develop. I want to read about the prophets in the Bible. Like just having those root conversations. I think something that women, we can do so easily is literally expect our men to be mind readers. I hear that with so many women, including myself. We expect them to just be like, this is happening next. Okay. You know, it's like, he's not a wizard. Like that's not him. But I do got something for the husbands. Husbands, we as wives need y'all to pray for understanding. Proverbs 4:7 says, and this is the Amplified. Y'all know this verse, but I'm gonna read the Amplified version because it's a little broken down a little more. It says, the beginning of wisdom is to get skillful and godly wisdom. It is preeminent. And with all of your acquiring and all that you do, make sure you are getting an understanding. Actively seek spiritual discernment. Hold on. This is, y'all, listen to this because this is about to get good. Actively seek spiritual discernment, mature comprehension of that discernment, and a logical interpretation. Like in all that you do, actively seek spiritual discernment, mature, because you can have the discernment, but your comprehension can be immature. Yeah. There's been times like I have a prophetic gift, so I can discern things, but if my comprehension is, if I'm emotionally broken, how I see that is going to be perverted.
Come on.
So have mature comprehension and logical interpretation. And I think this is so good for husbands to seek, pray to the Father. Because I think a lot of women, we kind of just have that discernment. You know, we're Philly. You know, I'll look at Eva and you be like, she's our daughter. She's fine. I'm like, baby, I know she's sad. Yeah. I see it on her. I know fear in my daughter's face. If she's playing to you, and then we'll go in the corner, she'll break down, and nobody won't even see it. So I think there's something about women and how we are that might have discernment, and I think some men have the gift of discernment. But pray, husbands, listen to me. You have to have discernment in your marriage. Yeah, you have to be able to discern something's shifting.
Something's shifting.
Something's changing. Let's sit down and talk about it. So that's
for
sure,
tips. Man. I hope some of those tips that we gave y'all, I hope it helps. I wonder if there's a married man in here, married woman. I want to know, what do y'all think about this? How should a man keep up with the changes of a woman, or have you had your own experience with some of this? We want to know what y'all think down in the comments below. This is an Iwegbus production.
Period.
Hey, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you could do us a huge favor, please hit that like button and please subscribe.
Yes, and please do not forget to hit that notification bell. We need y'all to be locked in every single time we drop this fire content.
Yeah.
Also, we need y'all to follow us on all social media platforms at the Iwegbus. And look, we will see y'all on the next video.